What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. It's currently 5 a.m. Tuesday morning. I'm about to go into the gym, get a lift in, but before I go in, I wanted to talk to you what today's video is about. I used to think that you could either run far and fast or lift heavy and often, and I didn't think you could do both. And I thought that by trying to do both, you were breaking some sort of rule, but really I was just limiting myself, and not just limiting myself in terms of fitness and endurance and strength, but just limiting myself in life. And in today's video, I want to share with you the knowledge that I've gained about introducing both into my life, and not just how it made me better physically, but how it just made life better and changed my outlook on food, just changed everything. So sit back, relax. I'm gonna go in and get this workout in, and let's get into the video. What's up, everybody? Hope you are doing well. I'm gonna voice over this upper body lift that I did this week for my 77-mile training week. We're like 4 or 5 weeks out from our ultra marathon, so date's approaching, but we're still making sure that we're staying in the gym, which is the foundation of my fitness, really. I always played sports growing up, and then once I was done with sports at a high school, I fell in love with the gym, and that's when I really started focusing on strength training. That's when I really got into bodybuilding, aesthetics, and it was healthy. It was good. I really enjoyed it. I really learned nutrition, macros, protein, carbs, fat, all of that, and it was good for a little bit, but it led me down a dark hole. When you get super lean, it is not sustainable. It is not good for your health. And it just created such a bad relationship between me and food, and it wore me down. I was not feeding myself properly, but that was what the scene is. That is what bodybuilding is. And so I needed something to change. And it's tough to go back and forth, the bulking, the cutting, when the whole thing with bodybuilding is basically your body fat. We're talking about how lean we are. Yes, strength training is important, but your joints would start to hurt. I needed something different, but I did not like CrossFit. And then when this whole hybrid training mentality came out, I kind of fell into that. I had always ran a little bit, but I was never a massive runner. Like, the idea of running a marathon never crossed my mind. And I started running. I moved to Charleston. It's beautiful. The weather's nice, and I wanted to be outside more. And so I picked up running, ran a half, and then fell in love with that right from there. And when you think about running, you have to feed yourself. You have to fuel yourself. Otherwise, you will not do these runs. And by realizing that food is fuel and changing my perspective on food made life so much better. I didn't look at food as I'm not allowed to have that. I looked at food as this is going to get me to a PR marathon. These carbs is going to fuel this run. And even if I eat a little too much carbs, that is more than I need for that run. Then I'll have some left over for my gym session the next day. And by introducing both running and lifting into my life and not just doing one or the other, I just felt so much healthier. I felt so much more fulfilled with life. I didn't feel stuck to one or the other. Some days you're going to have a great gym to work out in. Some days you're going to have a beautiful scene and weather to run along with. But some days you won't. And by having this flexibility in your training to kind of pick and choose what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, not being so rigid with only one way of fitness, it made life healthier and just more enjoyable. So that is my biggest takeaway from strength training and running, and why you should do both. Let's get back to the video. Another workout in the books. Fantastic morning lift. We got to get a quick shower in. We got a full day of work ahead of ourselves. We got an early bedtime because we have another big workout in the morning. So let's get a move on with this day, and I'll catch you in the morning. Things look so different now than what training used to be. I'm gearing up. You just saw me eat my pre-run sandwich. It's currently middle of the night, basically. I'm about to go for a 25-mile run. This will actually be one of my last long runs before the 50-mile ultra, just a couple weeks out. And I never thought I could run that far. I definitely didn't think I'd run this far training for an ultra marathon. And it's crazy when you make a change like this and you commit to the change and you commit to becoming this new person, what you find out you're capable of. And it's pretty freaking sweet. I used to lift 7 days a week. Now I'm running more than I lift. And people say it all the time that you don't need as much volume as you think you do to make strength gains and definitely maintain strength. And some weeks when I don't have the time, life gets busy, work gets busy, I can't lift my normal 3 times a week that I have been doing during my running training. Some weeks I'm lifting 1 time a week and I'm actually still growing strength, or at least maintaining strength. And it blows my mind. I always thought that if I ran or if I didn't lift 7 days a week, it would impact me negatively in the weight room. And it doesn't. And so it creates this whole new world for you, not just with running, but with life on, well, what can I do to still get the same results that doesn't require me to break my body down, tear me apart, not live life the best way. So I'm gonna get this running. I'm going to sweat. It is like 95% humidity right now, but it's gonna be great. Let's go. 10 miles into this run, we are moving and grooving. And one of the things that I love about doing both running and lifting is some days the weather sucks and you're gonna be inside. Great, let me go get a lift in. But a day like today, when the sun's starting to poke out, I've got a full day of work ahead of me. I just spent 3.5 hours outside today. I would never have gotten up this early. I would have never spent this much time outside if I didn't have to get up and run 25 miles this morning. So I'm about to see a beautiful sunrise, and I love watching the sunsets, sunrises, but when you enter the working world, you don't get to see it as much. And so by doing outdoor exercises like running and not being so strict on bodybuilding, it's awesome, man. Okay, 15 miles to go. I will see you guys at the end. 25 miles, like 8:59 pace. That was pretty good. That was long. My legs it felt like effort to pace was higher than normal, but that's the other thing about changing up your workouts and doing a combination of running and lifting. I say as I'm wiping sweat that's stinging my eyes, as you just don't sweat like this bodybuilding or in a gym, especially the commercial ones that are air conditioned. Oh my gosh, my eyes are burning. Hold on. I'm sick, dude. Sick. But you just feel so cleansed afterwards. Bodybuilding, yes, you can get a sweat in a warehouse gym in the summer, but like You just don't clean yourself like this. Hard to beat starting your day like that. Going to the gym is good for your health, but taking pre-workout, being inside all the time really isn't that great for you. But going for a run outside, getting some vitamin D in your eyes, seeing that sunrise. I know a lot of times in the year you don't really see it, and it's much healthier and better way to start your day. That's one of the things I appreciate running in the mornings, is it's just a great way to start your day. I am sweaty, as you can tell. I actually drank all my water for the first time on one of these runs. So I need to rehydrate. We got another run tomorrow. I need to shower. We got a busy day ahead of us. I got to get going. And yeah, I'll catch you guys this evening. Well, folks, we did it. We made it through another day. We crushed it. We did some hard things. We did some easy things. We did some more hard things. We're exhausted. We're going to crack open my favorite non-A athletic brew. Unwind for the night. Day to day can get very routine, and oftentimes you can start to feel like you're stuck in your lane. When you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, sometimes you can find greatness there, but sometimes you wear yourself down. Figure out what you can add to it. Figure out what other type of exercise, what you can change in your routine, what kind of more life you can experience. So if you're stuck picking between two versions of yourself, either that 2015 Ziz Aura, if it fits your macros, aesthetic bodybuilding, YouTube blowing up era, and that's what you think you want to do, or you think you want to be the David Goggins ultra marathon runner, just never ending marathons, running miles, whatever it is, don't pick between them. Do both. Be both. And watch what happens. Comment down below what's been the one thing that you've been afraid to mix into your routine. And comment why you think that is. Why you think you haven't done it already. But, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching another one. Keep working. Keep pursuing greatness. Gonna... Woo! Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.